Good morning. I had a wonderful sleep last night. Had some company show up eventually, but that was fine. We had plenty of room for people to tent around there. So there's 3 others that showed up right around sunset. And also shortly after, it got dark. It got super windy last night too for a couple of hours, and then everything calmed down and got very quiet. Let's see, today, first major milestone is this really cool bridge area where a bunch of swallows are nesting. I think that's about 7 miles in. And we'll take a good break there when we get there. I'm noticing more and more of the diamonds on the trees. That was the original PCT trail marker sign. Now it's the kind of a triangle with the curved edges. Kern River down there. We'll be crossing a bridge over that in just a little bit. South Fork, Kern River. Here's what I call the Bridge of Swallows. All the swallows that have built their nests underneath. I'll be taking a good rest break here. It's a great place to chill. Beautiful spot. Done with our break. Back on trail. For the next 3 miles or so, look like a kind of a gradual uphill, and then it starts getting really steep for several miles, and we start gaining some serious elevation to get above 10,000 feet, and then some downhill to where my intended campsite for tonight is, somewhere a further 10 miles or so away. I'm at that part where the trail starts going really steep. Can't remember how many miles, but we're going way above 10,000. These big blowdowns are always fun. Just difficult enough. Oh, we gotta crawl. Okay. Oh man. There's looking back towards the meadow and the Kern River down there. We're still making our way up. A few more miles to the top. It's just absolutely awesome up here. And I've seen a few marmots already up and around the rocks. But every time I pull the camera out, they kind of disappear into a crevice. So I'll keep trying to catch one on film. Officially over 10,000 feet at this point. Highest we've been so far. There's a little sneak peek of the future. There's where we're headed. We're at the high point for the day, 10,600 feet. It's all downhill from here. 3.5 miles to my intended campsite for tonight. Here's gonna be camp for the night. Super secret hidden away area. Tucked back in some rocks. Trail's like 500 feet down that way. I doubt anyone else is gonna be joining me up here. This is awesome. You have to do 700 miles through the desert to get sites like this. I'm all settled up, getting settled in. I got dinner ready. Yeah, the peak refuel guys need to figure out their water dosages for their meals. So it says 1 cup, so I went ahead and prepped 2. I put 1 in there, and it was definitely not going to be enough, so I just went ahead and dumped the 2, and now it's way too soupy. So I don't know what the fix is, but I'm having the chicken Alfredo pasta stuff, and let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's pretty good. I got the flavors down. I just need to figure out how much water to add to it. Anyway, I did a little more miles than what I kind of initially had planned. I think I did over 18 miles today. It's just the train was kind of easy. It's easy just to keep moving. So I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I don't think there's some good tenting sites right where the trail diverts off to go down to Cottonwood Pass. But I'd like to kind of get as close as I can to that area. So we'll just see where I end up. It may only be like a 14-mile day or something tomorrow. We'll see. I still gotta figure it out. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this up, go to bed. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. Had a beautiful night last night. Nice and quiet, all alone amongst the rocks. It's just a little on the chilly side up at like 9,000 feet. I was doing some recalculating. I think today's going to be around a 15-mile day or so. That'll position us to get into town for the next day. There's so many awesome views out here, and I can only film so much of it. You guys will just have to imagine all the awesomeness that I'm not filming. And for that, I apologize. I can't have an 8-hour video. You just have to come out here yourself. I think this is the first time, like this entire hike, where I haven't seen another person for a few hours in the morning. I camped all alone, which is pretty rare. And then I've already passed several campsites where nobody was at. And there's usually always somebody who's sleeping until like 8 or 9. Well, I'll pass a campsite and see them just packing up or something, but I haven't seen that at all. I know for a fact there's like 20 people within just a few miles of me, but we're just spaced apart far enough to where I'm totally alone out here. This is like the best feeling in the world, especially in a place that looks like this. Here's Death Canyon Creek. I think this could be my last water source until I get to camp for the night, which is about 12 miles further up. All topped up on water. And I found the rest of the hikers. There's like 8 or so people camped out there at the creek. But for now, we got like 4.5 miles of uphill. We go back above 10,000 feet. And then mostly all downhill for the rest of the day, I think. Strong winds, very cold. Oh man, it's freezing up here. There's a large temperature difference depending on which side of the mountain you're on. When you're on the west side, you're getting the strong winds. Wind chill's way below freezing. But I'm over on the east side now, and it's just a light breeze, mostly protected from the wind. You get the sun on you, and we're going uphill. It's definitely more hot and sweaty. Here's an overlook into Owens Valley. The story here is that all the water from the valley drains into the LA aqueduct, and over the decades, the valley is now just mostly completely dry. Still making our way uphill, about a mile to the top. I think we'll be slightly higher than we were yesterday, somewhere it's just over 10,600 and something feet. And then it'll be like all downhill for the rest of the day. found some snow up here. Just a little patch. I'm almost at the point where I'm at the peak for the day. And we got another overlook into the Owens Valley area. I like this side of the mountain because there's no wind. Some people were getting cell service up here, but I've got Verizon. Verizon's usually pretty good, but I've got nothing. So I'm gonna try again at this overlook. Wow, this is a pretty steep cliff drop off on this side. Yeah, I've still got plenty of time to kill. I'm getting to my campsite way early, so I'll probably just chill here for another bit. Another good view of the big mountains coming up. That'll all be after we dip in and out of Lone Pine. And I think we're about at the point where we're past the high point and making our way down. Here's a side trail turnoff that goes down to Diaz Creek, which apparently is flowing. But I wasn't counting on it because it's not marked as a water source on far out. Anyway, so I think I'm gonna skip it. A mile from here is the next water source, and that was the intended campsite that I was kind of aiming for. But now I'm thinking I may just fill up the water in a mile, and then one more mile up is another tent site. So that'd be as far as I go, would be that second one. I just got onto the side trail for Dutch Meadow. Should be a little spring down here, and that'll be my water source. And from here, I think I'm gonna keep moving about one more mile further up trail. There should be a little tent site. All loaded up with water. We got 1 mile left till camp. And here's camp for the night. This is as far as I'm going. This leaves like 7 miles of trail, and then we take a side trail for like 3.5 miles to get to a campground, and that'll get us to where we can hitch into Lone Pine for tomorrow. This place is kind of cool, tucked right against this rock wall. Hopefully it provides mostly wind protection. Hopefully not too windy during the night. There's space for a few more if people want to tuck in. And let's see what else. I think that's about it. I'm just going to relax for a little bit. I'm kind of early still. And then I'll cook up dinner and stuff later. I took a nice nap for a bit. Now it's dinner time. I got one more of these chicken Alfredo meals. And I added the right amount of water this time. But the cheese all like didn't melt. It just congealed to the spoon and became this big cheesy globby mess all over the spoon. So, I don't know. These Peak Refuel guys gotta figure their stuff out. They got the taste and the flavor is really good. It's just the consistency is all over the place and it doesn't work right. So, anyway, I'm gonna finish this and I'm gonna close out by showing you guys this awesome dinner view that I have. And tomorrow, we are getting into town. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.